Hello and welcome. I'm Jenny Hall. Thanks for joining me for another scrapbook tutorial. Today I'm creating a Christmas memory when Trip was our only child and he was just his first Christmas. This is a special memory for our family. I'm using today to do some die cuts the card Front Builder Thinlits Dies. This is probably my favorite die set for Christmas this year, other than the swirly snowflakes. And look how you can frame a picture. So I have pre-done some dies, and I've used the die on a photograph, ran it through the Big Shot, and it creates a perfect little frame. So I thought that would be nice to use in this project. I'm using some designer series paper from Coffee Break DSP set. It's a very nice complement to so many different colors. I'm going to use some coloring with a Sponge Brayer all over the project today. I'm starting off by adding Marina Mist to some Soft Sky Designer Series paper, and then Old Olive to some Old Olive Designer Series paper. What this is going to do is enhance the colors and deepen the shadows towards the bottom of the die cut. I'm even adding some Crumb Cake onto some Crumb Cake die cuts. One of the little deer has a pattern on him, and that's because it was a leftover scrap from another project. I'm using liquid glue to adhere down to a piece of Whisper White cardstock that I used a leftover Crumb Cake ink on the piece of cardstock. So it's not totally white, it has a little bit of an antique look. Now for the fun part. I had an idea of the design in my mind that I wanted to do brayer work directly onto the scrapbook page. So I'm taking my light tone of Marina Mist and I'm using a very, very light touch to add kind of like a halo effect of the background. And then I'm going with the darker Dapper Denim, which is just another darker shade of Marina Mist, to deepen the bottom part so that it has a gradual fade up into the atmosphere. I want to add some brand new shimmery white embossing paste. I'm so excited to get to use this. I'm trying to play it smart this time and only open a very small portion of the little jar and pull out just as much as I need, and then I'll place a piece of plastic wrap over this to seal it in. The first jars that I had of regular embossing paste, even though I took some precautions in making sure it was closed, it still dried out a little bit, which is normal, but I feel like I want to take a few extra steps. So that's why I'm using the plastic wrap here. I'm going to adhere the die cuts directly down to the page, and I hope you like this look. It's a little bit of a kind of maybe the gray time of day or the blue light, and it's supposed to just represent a snowy scene, kind of peaceful and serene. And in this photograph, my son is actually looking right at the camera, which is not typical of him. He has autism, and that usually prevents him from looking at anybody in the eye. And so I love this photograph because he's looking right at me, and he's such a cute little tiny boy, wasn't he? And now he's a big boy at 6 years old, and we look back on these memories. To create the scene, I'm adhering the die cuts of the trees, and I'm just kind of trying to break up the colors by putting the blue in the back, meaning that it would be farther away, and the green trees to appear in the front. I want a little bit of the blue to peek out around the green, and I'm adhering the little deer in the same way. I decided to change up the wording this time, and I made some words, 3 different lines on my printer. So I'm using some of the Sizzix adhesive sheets to adhere that small area of the typewritten line down to this adhesive back sheet. Now it's a double adhesive, so I will be able to use the back as a sticker. So now I can use my trimmer to cut perfectly straight lines without any trouble at all. I just need to line up the lines on the trimmer line, and then once I'm ready to apply them to my scrapbook page, I'll peel off the backing and put them directly down onto the page. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as we say in my family. So I'm going to put them down at a little bit of an angle. Everything that I'm showing you today is available now in my online store except for the shimmering embossing paste. That's a sneak peek for the occasions catalog. I encourage you to go to my blog at jennystampsup.com for more inspiration and to shop for your supplies. I thank you for choosing me as your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator.
Baby me.
Who is that?
Baby Trip.
What was Baby Trip doing?
I don't know.
What does it look like? What time is it? Is it Christmas time?
Yeah.
And what was Baby Trip doing?
He's playing with the clock.
Is that one of those little toys?
Yeah.
A little bean? And who's on your pajamas?
Elmo.
Do you remember those Elmo PJs? Look, there's Squeezy Bear. That's when you first got Squeezy Bear.
Hi, Squeezy Bear.
Hey. Can you say thanks for watching the video?
Thanks for watching the video.
See you next time.
See you next time.
See you next time.
See you next time.